Get a toothbrush and toothpaste. I have my shampoo. I just put like this much shampoo and fill this mixing bottle up with warm water. I also have conditioner and I have a pitcher of water ready. And I also have a sponge just in case. I also have a cotton ball with ear cleaner on it and Q-tips handy and a towel. So get everything ready before the dog gets in the tub. Okay, so these two things will save your life if you're grooming your dog at home. This is by a company called Alpha, and it's a Big Mama suction cup. And your dog can loop onto this and it will hold your dog in place. And then it's totally secure. And I got a grooming loop. Now your dog will stay secure and safe in the tub. So this is Riley. She's a Doodle puppy and she's a cuckoo banana. So she's gonna have some freakouts and that's okay. I'm gonna give her my calm energy. I'm also gonna let her explore everything I'm doing before I do it. Clearly she's not happy in here and that's okay. She's not gonna love it. We're gonna get through it. Maybe by the end of it, she'll love it. So I just wanna start with touch. Right now I'm just touching and getting her used to it. After she gets used to it, she wants to snip the phone, there you go. So you just wanna always let them explore everything, and that's the key to grooming any puppy. Always get an enzymatic toothpaste. The enzymes will eat away at whatever yuckies are growing in their mouth. I'm just gonna let her explore a little bit, and I'm also going to show her through my gentle touch that it's not scary. I'm really just holding her lips up. Just let them explore the toothbrush and use their fluff to lift their lip. So right now I'm just gonna gently weasel the toothbrush into her mouth. I'm not really opening her mouth. I'm using her lip to open and it's not hurting her at all. So because she's a puppy, it doesn't have to be perfect, but what we're doing is just getting her used to getting all of this touched. If your dog is fearful of water on the face, get one of these Big Mama sponges from Amazon or wherever, dip it in the water, and you can just use this to start wetting their face. You could also just take the pitcher, so you can just pour water on this way. Now she's starting to understand what I'm doing and it's not as scary. Now we're just gonna show sound. This is loud and scary and weird. I have it on low, and I'm just working with her. I'm allowing her to explore, and now she got through the avoidance, she's kind of accepting it. I always start with the face because that's where we like kiss the most and that's just what gets the most dirty. And now I'm just gonna get started on washing. When you go slow and you start with the senses and you let them explore, your puppy will have a much better time with the bath. So I put about this much shampoo in and I zhuzh it around my hands. And then I just get started on working it through her face. So I like to hold their face with their chin hair or just like this because it makes them feel like secure and like I got them. Now I'm gonna rinse her face starting with her ears, and I'm going to focus on going down like this. And then I'm gonna grab her chin and then lift her nose up. And I'm holding her chin hair so she doesn't whip around too much. And now I'm gonna get her eyes. So you can do two things. Wet the body, get shampoo in your hand, zhuzh it together and go in. Or you can mix shampoo with water. You can also put it into a pitcher. And that way you can just work one leg at a time. So I'm gonna do one full leg. Now I'm gonna kind of work my way to one other full leg first before I do the body. And when you separate the dog into legs and body and head, it's a little more digestible than if you're just doing the entire dog. And now I'm gonna do her rear. It's disgusting back here. It's real nasty. This is what the groomers don't tell you, but we pull poopies out of your dog's tush. We do it. Aww. You stinky binky, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And now I'm just gonna work this in, and you wanna let the shampoo sit for at least 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna work it in for 5 minutes. So we're still going to start with sound. I'm really focused on the bottoms of her ears first because that's the least scary part. Now I'm going to get the top of her head by holding her chin and going like this. And I'm avoiding her nose. You don't have to condition your dog's face, but it's really nice to do it. So I'm just going to gently condition. Okay, her face is rinsed and conditioned. Now I'm gonna work on the body. I'm just gonna start with sound. So I'm rinsing one leg and then gonna go to the next leg and just do her rinsing in sections. So I'm just gonna keep rinsing until it runs clear. I mixed some conditioner with water just so I can easily apply it. You don't have to do that. You could just pour it on your hand and zhuzh it around. Just gonna kind of do a little squirt all over. I'm not gonna go crazy here because I don't want to be rinsing her for 7 hours. So for the conditioner, I let it sit for about 3 minutes. Because her face has had conditioner on it for quite a while, I'm gonna rinse her face now, and then I'm gonna rinse her body. If you're feeling daring, lift the dog's 2 front paws up and rinse their belly. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna like squeeze all the excess water, and this will also help me check my work to just make sure that everything runs clear and that I rinsed everything off. And then I dry just like I rinse. I do 1 leg at a time. What a nice friend. I use this thing called a happy hoodie, and I put it all the way around her face to her neck. Then I pin her ears down into it. And I'm gonna dry 1 section at a time until it's totally dry. Gentle hold on my comb. I'm not holding it like this. I'm really just kind of like delicately holding it. She's just kind of learning what all my tools do. Now this is kind of giving up, the switching of position. So I'm like reading her as I work. I'm gonna start with her feet. And I'm just gonna glide and keep my clippers really flat and get everything that hangs past the pad. You don't really wanna dig too deep into the pad. They need a little something in here to protect their foot. And then for her front right paw, I'm gonna thread my arm through here and keep her paw kind of tucked under her. And then I'm going to start touching. And this paw is usually not as scary for them because it's tucked under. For some reason, it's less scary. So I'm just gonna skim lightly. I'm not pushing hard, and I'm going right into the tuck up. Right here. I'm not getting anything on the outside. I'm just going right to the inside of the tuck up. So now I'm gonna grab her tail and her leg, and I'm gonna go to a 9 or a 10 and just skim with the way the grain of the coat grows. I'm only gonna get her tush. I'm not gonna really get anything else. Just gonna skim. I'm just focused on the corners, and then I'm gonna flip my blade and go up like this. I'm just gonna, just a little bit around the eyes. Chomping, chomping, chomping down until I get the shape I want. So my goal is to kind of have a U here. So you want it to kind of come out and over. You don't want it to go too harsh back. And then you always want to be able to see their eyes from the side. Chomp, 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 chomp on my thinning shears until I make a shape that I want. And then check your work by combing down. It looks nice. Looks like a C right here. There we go. And her nose hair, you never want to trim this. So I'm just gonna kind of just trim it the way the coat grows. Just follow the grain of the coat. So I'm gonna let her explore the nail clippers first. And I'm gonna point my blade up this way instead of like this as much as I can. Sometimes I have to do it this way, but I'm gonna really try to shave up versus pinch and squeeze. Her nails are pretty short, so I might just tip them. Now she's like totally distracted. And what I'm doing is showing her, by just tipping the nails, I'm showing her that it's not scary because I'm just tipping. I like to go from this angle and lift their foot, move the coat back. You can see the nail has a vein in it. It's really short, so I'm not even gonna trim this one. And this one, you can just see there's a little, let's just ride the wave. Starting to be okay with it. I'm just gonna tip. I'm just showing her, hey, we're just tipping. It's okay. That's it. So if you have a dog that freaks out, just tip and they're like, oh, it's not so bad, maybe, in theory. Usually the back feet are shorter because of the way dogs' legs are shaped. There's really nothing to trim. And you can just see there's not a ton, so I'm just gonna leave it. Every puppy ends this way. They are all so predictable. I'm annoying to them. I don't have any feelings about what they're doing. I have no opinion or reaction to it. And I listen for her behavioral clues and look for her behavioral clues. And I also let her explore everything. And I start with the senses. I start with the hearing and the seeing and the sniffing, and then we go from there.